If you are the one who holds the system together and have ever suspected that what is slowing you down is not strategy, discipline, or time, that suspicion is accurate. What follows is something your nervous system already knows and has never been given the interface for. This video addresses vitality drain, the specific depletion of a woman whose output flows in every direction except toward the work that is actually hers. By the end of this, you will understand exactly why that pattern locks in and what the Egyptians knew 5,000 years ago that speaks directly to it. The alarm goes off. You wake up tired again, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. You know this because you have had the sleep, the rest days, the early nights, and still, when you sit down to do the thing that is actually yours, there is nothing left. You have tried everything, the supplements, the morning routine, cancelling plans just to get some rest. And still, the specific energy you need for the work that belongs to you is not there when you sit down. This isn't a motivation problem. This is a direction of energy problem. The woman this is happening to is not broken. She is drawing from a source that can no longer sustain what she is building. And the body has registered that the container has become too small for what it is being asked to carry. She wakes up already calculating, not consciously, calculating how much of herself she has left to spend before the first email, before the first request. By the time she opens her laptop, a decision has already been made about what she can and cannot afford to feel. Her results are undeniable. There is no question about her work ethic. But once she receives the things she has asked for, her achievement is met with inner silence. The Sunday night prep arranges the week with military precision. Everything she was supposed to do got done, but satisfaction barely registers. And the work that is hers, that is supposed to light her up, now just feels like another task. This is the part most frameworks miss. The depletion is not proof of a deficit. It is proof of capacity. Someone operating at their ceiling does not feel the gap. The sensitivity to the absence is itself the signal. She feels it acutely because her natural capacity is so much higher than she's currently experiencing. This is often named as burnout, something some self-care and a face mask can fix. But this doesn't capture what's happening at the deepest level. Here is the process that locks in the pattern. Your capacity and empathy makes you the default problem solver. Some point in the distant past, you learned that the best use of your gift was to soothe and support the people around you. When you solve someone else's problem quickly, cleanly, without being asked, you remember this deeply ingrained approval, and your nervous system receives a dopamine signal every time. The signal teaches the system that external problems are the relief pathway. Solving for others produces a reward. Solving for yourself does not. Your own achievements don't activate activate this reward. Not at the same strength, not at the same speed. So when you sit down to your own work, the same neurochemistry that made you formidable in rooms full of other people's problems goes quiet. Because your own work does not fire the signal that your competence has learned to follow. Yet, there is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. If you do not use it, it is lost. Martha Graham. She did not describe vitality as a feeling. She described it as a current with a specific direction and a unique quality. The current has to translate through you into action, not through performance, not through output, through you. When this translation stops, the current does not disappear. It is directed outwards and away from what you're here to build. So where do you start? When your life force has been running toward other people's architecture for so long. When you do not even have the energy to begin building what has been waiting. Your business, the project, the act of will that says, "This is mine, and it matters." You start at the beginning, a distant beginning. The Egyptians, not as metaphor, but as a blueprint, a civilization that built the most enduring structures in human history, built them from a specific and documented understanding of human consciousness. Their disciplines of science and engineering and their understanding of the mind were not separate. One produced the other. They encoded states into symbols. The ankh, the loop above the cross, the circuit completed, and they placed it everywhere. Not because it was beautiful, but because of what it represented and what it invokes in the human nervous system. The ankh is not decoration, it is a signal. What follows is the mechanism and the actual architecture. There are 3 layers to how this works. The limbic system does not respond to information. It responds to signal. The first signal the ankh produces has nothing to do with meaning. It is geometry. The brain processes bilateral symmetry with less cognitive effort. That ease is not neutral. The affective system registers it as a positive signal before conscious evaluation has begun. The research calls this perceptual fluency. It is an innate response, not learned, not cultural, architectural. Then the eye moves. Presented with a structured form that has a defined center, the eye travels from the outer boundary inward, from ambient scanning to focal attention. The junction point catches the gaze and holds it. That ambient to focal transition initiates a parasympathetic response through the ocular cardiac reflex. Heart rate slows. Vigilance drops. The nervous system shifts register before the analytical mind has formed an opinion about what is happening. Not because you understood something, because the geometry did what it was built to do. Your eye found the junction point. Your nervous system followed. And here is why that matters at the level of your biology. The structures in your brain that process these signals, the amygdala, the insular cortex, are so critical to our development that they are first to form. The insular cortex, the structure responsible for body state awareness, for the felt sense of aliveness, begins to develop at approximately 6 weeks of gestation. The amygdala, emotional memory, pattern recognition, the architecture of what feels like life, forms in the first trimester. However, the prefrontal cortex, the analytical layer, the part of you that decides what you think about something, doesn't fully mature until the mid-20s, which means that when a signal enters your nervous system, it does not wait for your analytical mind to approve it. It has already been processed, already acted upon, before the part of you that doubts has had time to form a single objection. The geometry reaches the structures that formed first. Most identity-building approaches try to install a new signal in the room where analysis lives. The identity that fires automatically under pressure is stored in the room that was built first. If the method and the layer are not matched, there is no coherence between what is known and what is felt. Journaling, affirmations, visualization. These are excellent tools for the analytical layer, but the prefrontal cortex is the first to fatigue under pressure, and the most easily overridden under the exact conditions you operate in daily. This is not a failure of discipline. It is a structural mismatch between the method and the layer where the pattern actually lives. The feeling of depletion is coded in the limbic system. The conscious layer cannot reach it directly. The symbol can. The dopamine pattern you are caught in is a trained association. The nervous system learned that external problems produce a reward. That learning happened over years, thousands of repetitions. The pathway is deep. A competing signal does not arrive by decision. It arrives by installation in 3 phases. Days 1 to 7, initial pairing. The symbol and the state begin to associate. The nervous system learns a new language. Days 8 to 21, strengthening. The association deepens. The signal becomes faster, more reliable. Day 22 onward, autonomous activation. The geometry activates the state without effort. The association is installed. What has been installed at that point is a reconnection of effort to meaning at the limbic level. The vital force recovered as an animating current. The translation point restored. The symbol is technology in its simplest and most potent form. The other side of this process doesn't feel dramatic. The morning begins without the calculation. The work that is yours is approached without the internal argument about whether you have the energy for it. The current translates. She is not performing vitality. She is operating from it. The ankh is the oldest documented interface for this mechanism. 5,000 years as the symbol of vital force, the animating current that makes effort feel like momentum rather than expenditure. Activation before analysis. The symbol, index diagnostic, is linked below. It maps the 5 cognitive loops to their documented pathways. Ancient intelligence, sovereign mind,